I get asked so often about sex techniques. People think that that is the magic bullet, as it were, to creating better sexual experiences for themselves, for their partners. And the reality is that, well, yes, technique's great to have. It is really, really helpful to know different ways to stroke a cock, to pleasure a pussy. All of these things are fantastic. What matters more than technique is your quality of embodiment and attunement. Erotic embodiment, our ability to be really dropped in and connected to our own senses, to be able to explore and enjoy a wide range of sensual and sensuous pleasure, that is key both to receiving more of that goodness for ourselves, but also attuning to, tracking, sensing, following what is going on for our lovers and our partners so that we can be responsive and adaptive to what's happening for their body while we are co-creating a sexual experience. So where to begin with that? Really take it back to basics. That is the place to start. And the basics that I want to invite you back to is trying to remember if it was your lived experience as a child, or imagining a really happy, well-adjusted child that you know that is exploring their environment through their senses from that place of wonder, from that place of discovery, from that place of not quite knowing what anything is, but being very curious to find out. You think about young children, they pick things up, they touch them, they can get fascinated by a cardboard box, they can get fascinated by any old object, and they can really spend time focusing on that. The same applies to what happens when we focus on our own bodies, to our hands, to our feet, to different parts of ourselves. So what I'm suggesting is that you spend time really noticing what it feels like to touch and to be touched. What's actually going on in your fingertips, in your hands, as you're making contact with your own body or your lover's body. I'm suggesting that you open up the rest of your senses with a similar quality of curiosity and experimentation. Sounds, tastes. What is it like to actually hear the noises that come through your body, through a lover's body, that are in the ambient? Tastes, the inside of your own mouth, different parts of your beloved, their mouth, their skin, their genitals. Smell. What are the odors and the fragrances? Some you might be really drawn to, others less so. But again, we're kind of coming at it from a beginner's mind and experiencing what is going on in our environment. And you can practice this on your own anywhere you are, whether you are inside of four walls and you're exploring a human-made structure, or even better, I think, biased there, if you're out in nature, walking around your neighborhood and noticing the flora that are around you, what's blooming, what trees, what have you. If you can get yourself to a park, to a forest, to the coast, to a lake, whatever it might be, and really start to engage your senses with that environment. It's a wonderful way to really hone that capacity to be noticing, what is my sensual body responding to? This is going to make you more adept in tracking, again, not just what only feels good to you, but to following what is going on in the environment around you. And if it happens that there's a lover in the environment around you, it'll better position you to track them. So again, sexual technique, wonderful to have. We can certainly talk about it, and I will. But for now, I want to really invite you to focus on your erotic embodiment, that baseline of being very attuned to your own senses and to the impulses and the signals of your body and your lover's body, and noticing what happens when you slow down and follow that lead. Enjoy.